In the linked society of today, it has become uncomplicated to overshare regarding ourselves, whether in person or exchanges, or via the ubiquitous social networking space, while remaining transparent and weaker, can become stronger relationships and cultivate compassion. The Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, recalls, reminding us of the value of protecting specific facets of our existence. In this, the conflicts you have faced in the past video, we'll talk about particular personal issues and circumstances that are ideal kept irrelevant. Private ads in sharing privacy is important, both tactically and in order to foster inner tranquility for individuals pursuing a Stoic or philosophical understanding. You can be confident that this movie will assist you in assuming the value of Stoicism in the modern world. Stoicism, which dates back to ancient Greece and Rome, offers timeless guidance on striking a careful balance between discretion and susceptibility. In this essay, we'll examine 7 different that Stoicism counsels against disclosing to others, illuminating the eternal applicability of this theory in the modern world. Before we get started, be sure to join the channel and turn it on the alert bell to remain informed about uplifting material as we constantly aim to become the greatest version of yourself. One of the conflicts you have faced in the past, it's not necessary for other people to completely understand the struggles you endured. Throughout the course of life, over the course of our existence, that we come upon battles and obstacles that could still exist deep within the confines of our hearts. These conflicts fought previously does not require justification or explanation. Others are not required to seek confirmation or further detail. The scope of these difficulties as doing so could unintentionally appear to be conceited. The core of one's character is greatly influenced by the difficulties and hardships they face worn down, but it's not necessary on people to undertake these trials, general understanding, or rely on their using adversity as a justification or story. While difficult times act as the furnace through which life is shaped, supporting the development of character maturity, it is insight and unwavering perseverance, not required to convey the suffering, vividly persisted despite historical molds, and individuals don't require each other, cannot completely picture the suffering endured. Realizing progress is what counts in the end, and change, it is more. It is admirable for people to abstain from obsessively thinking on the past, and instead give yourself entirely to the acts of the present. Not just words exhibit one's attributes and encounters, not words, but actions. Making a show of your prior experiences is not. Basically, it's all about manifesting skills demonstrated in action, resilience, and strength via deeds. People transcend a simple story of triumph, turning into livable examples of the human spirit's eternal power. Take David as an example, who confronted many difficulties, among them the loss of a loved one's joblessness and challenges of raising a child, alone, his kids, as opposed to widely. Despite his struggles, David decided to live in the moment and take advantage of it, every chance to establish a supportive surroundings for his kids, displaying resilience, forbearance, and generosity. By assisting others in his, David emerged as a robust and important community member, departing a favorable effect on all those in his vicinity. Number 2, the particulars of your journey goals. It is frequently preferable to keep the specifics of your goals in detail. Although most individuals would be aware of the general course that you're taking, supplying exact information that exposes each stage of your trip can have repercussions that are similar to giving unlimited availability of your personal phone, that you practically give up authority over the circumstances. If something doesn't go as expected, you might discover yourself wondering if that was your personal error or if someone deceived you. You believe that the source of any possible problems become unclear, since there are many possible causes of harm, making it difficult to identify who may have some blame, whether it's a benevolent friend asking you about your objectives or someone acting dishonestly. Protecting the vital information about your goals is crucial in order to information pointing to the overall path in which you're often heading effective. There's no need to reveal all the specifics of your travel to anyone. After all, there is no one else can be your true confidant at the same time. Your path is the way you can be for yourself, exclusively yours, and you owe no one a thorough justification of your objectives. It's more than sufficient for you to hold deep understanding of your travel. Think about the comparison of a sculptor creating a special piece of creating art, while being aware that you're making a sculpture, that you've never disclosed any information regarding it to you alone. Remark that the artwork will be amazing and unique decision-making to reveal further information to a close, a reliable friend outlining every detail regarding its size, shape, and importance. But with time, you acknowledge that this comprehensive data has surfaced and others are aware of it. Everything regarding your piece of art, even making an effort to mimic or steal your work in this instance, disclosing too much information, has resulted in a loss of control and danger, the sculpture being taken or replicated. Just expressing to them that you are making a unique sculpture without providing comprehensive details can safeguard your artwork to preserve its unexpected and distinct. Thirdly, prioritize your happiness in your contentment. Happiness and a feeling of lightness is now greatly sought after, feelings that you truly exude. Happiness can have a significant influence on individuals, inspiring adoration or doubts. Some people might be amazed by your sincere grin, while others would wonder its genuineness, finding it difficult to accept that a person might actually have inner calm in an arduous environment. In such a context, it's critical to boldly show off your joy when someone asks how you are doing. There's no need to pretend that you're not happy. Rather than just saying that you're working well and expressing your confidence, are in fact coping well with this small change, exudes confidence and optimism instead of focusing on how everything in your life is going well. Quite appropriate to bring up that things in the world are generally doing well. Overtaken by unhappiness and despair, radiating joy may be seen as a brave deed. Resentful and disappointed, people could try to interfere with the calmness of those who have discovered inner tranquility. But accepting and sharing your contentment, a deed that can motivate people to look for their own delight sources in a culture where negativity frequently triumphs. Your true contentment may be a hope-filled beacon and a reminder that inside calm can be found even in difficult situations. Don't be afraid to share your let joy shine and serve as an inspiration. Consideration for individuals in your vicinity. John's example of a Christian lifestyle during a difficult and uneasy time. Despite the challenges, John has encountered belief that God is the source of inspiration and optimism throughout his life. Daily behavior conveys contentment and hopefulness, and he keeps a positive spirit even in difficult circumstances. When inquired about his circumstances, John doesn't assert perfection while expressing appreciation, claiming that nothing is wrong with a grin. A few individuals in John's life could be skeptics, finding it difficult to think it is possible to be genuinely joyful in the trials. In spite of this uncertainty, John pays no focus and keeps sharing his joyful and hopeful expression of his beliefs. With thankfulness and optimism, he decides to be loyal to himself rather than negativity from others, interfering with his spirit. Number 4, offering protection. Privacy in relationships within the framework of fostering a strong and vibrant romance partnership. There's an important idea that frequently ignores the significance of preserving the secrecy of your relationship and avoiding needless talks regarding disputes and personal information on the open platform of the online. This method can greatly enhance the resiliency and durability of your relationship. When disputes or problems develop in a relationship, when the want to complain or ask for guidance from friends and associates have the power to. But it's important to take a moment to consider the effects of this. Taking action and sharing your relationships, private information with others, in particular on the internet, may unintentionally erode the very basis that you are attempting to strengthen. Ponder an instance in which you and your companion encounter a difficulty in your partnership is a crucial matter. Requires attention resulting in stress and a KN rather than talking about it immediately with one another. You choose to give your close pal a copy of everything, asking for guidance and assistance from someone from the outside. Sadly, things take a surprising turn and your buddy begins to provide their feedback and comments that cast doubt on your love, recommending solutions for the problem and voicing worries regarding your significant other. The topic of external issues comes up. Viewpoints. Ignoring the first problem-solving communication that works and closeness are essential components of a successful partnership, most efficient when fostered inside the partnership itself. A lot of people struggle with marriage conflict and in their pursuit of resolve consult with family, friends, or the online community, and in doing so, they unintentionally change their personal issues into rumors in public. Recognizing that the well-being of your partnership depends on you, both striking a careful balance between closeness and striking a balance between privacy and problems and handling disputes, without revealing all the minute details of your connection to the external environment. Your relationship's strength is fostered inside the sacred area that you and your companion together design, an area that is transparent and sincere dialogue where resolves disputes are talked about openly and intimately thrives when sharing is avoided. Every facet of your partnership with maintain the sacredness of this area, making sure it continues to be a source of power, providing assistance for you as well as your partner. When looking for guidance and assistance is worthwhile, it's as crucial to preserve the seclusion and closeness that make your partnership genuinely unique. Number 5. Your financial circumstances. First of all, it's critical to keep in mind that in your social circle, nobody is an IRS agent or a bank worker. Hence, there's no need to divulge private financial information. Secondly, disclosing your financial situation, regardless of being debt-ridden or well-off, might lead to undesirable outcomes should you to have a financial situation abundance. Revealing this data may draw people with hidden motivations who regard you as a possible source of funding for the however. If your financial situation is tight and you freely acknowledge it, numerous may views you with contempt, because social norms frequently associate material success with emotional well. To contemplate an instance in which a close revealing secrets a friend can open up to you regarding the challenges and anxieties in their private life, disclosure of secrets and profound feelings of complete trust with you. It's vital that you have pledged to uphold this data, private and devoted to supporting them in whatever. A few while later you get a call from a different buddy asking you to distribute the details in a morally difficult scenario while maintaining Stoicism. Principles would entail not wanting to impart the knowledge to the second friend, upholding the confidence and privacy of the initial acquaintance. In this, an example demonstrates judgment and morality in the face of the standards set by others, and protecting the faith entrusted to you by your seventh friend. And first, stay Stoicism in ethics and personal values, acts as a lighthouse, highlighting the enduring significance of maintaining our moral rectitude and principles, irrespective of outside factors or cultural norms that could aim to distract us from our actual values in a setting, where following rules and pursuing an outside endorsement frequently entice people to give up their firmly held opinions. That Stoicism serves as a timeless philosophy, unwaveringly exhorts us to maintain our fidelity to virtue and moral behavior, in spite of the constant social pressures. Stoicism begs us to remain steadfast and unwaveringly refusing to make concessions, our guiding principles or beliefs, only to comply with the standards in place or to pacify the people. It serves as a reminder that morality ought to continue to be our unshakable acting as our steadfast mentor while traversing the intricate waters of the difficulties and temptations of life. By following this stern advice, we not just protect our moral integrity, but also provide a motivating example for others, displaying the resilience and strength of personality that can be shown in an unwavering commitment to residing in keeping with our best aspirations and fundamentals of essence. Stoicism is an intellectual beacon urging us to develop an inner fortitude that goes beyond the trend variations in the outside environment and the social pressures it imparts to us, that our moral fabric and ideals ought to remain unchanged despite the public opinion, storms, or the allure of conformity in the insightful remarks of the Stoic thinkers that we come across. A timeless reminder that while attempting to, we must adhere to intellect and virtue, our values, and oppose the constant currents that pose a threat to draw us off the course of morality via the persistent within the Stoic philosophy. We find the ways to maintain our moral integrity and lead lives of genuine integrity as a result. And sincerity, take into account a person named living as a Christian in a society, Alex, when intense rivalry and greed have become commonplace practices in spite of the forces from society, that Alex live a life centered on tolerance and respect for the morals imparted by others, maintained by the Bible. In a difficult commercial opportunity that clashes with Alex, upholds moral standards direction by maintaining his dedication to morality and tolerance. He rejects the chance to demonstrate strength and upholding his values. By doing this through action, he not only upholds his moral character, but also motivates those in the vicinity. Him regarding the significance and potency of living in accordance with his higher ideals, pursues, as the 7 elements stated above comprise the essence of what Stoicism tells us. To avoid being exposed to some more dimensions of Stoic wisdom, give additional direction for navigating the relationships and intricacies of life. Bad assessments and rumors about ISM encourages avoiding making unfavorable assessments of others, and gossiping, making assumptions, and chattering can be harmful to our own character and damage our partnerships. That avoid negativity, upholds moral rectitude, and encourages healthier relationships between dread of dying and mortality. Stoicism deals with the anxiety that death and the knowledge of our own mortality, accept that death is inevitable and that a component of the human experience by recognizing our own death without. By thinking about it all the time, we can live more thoroughly now, concentrating on the variables under our control and the qualities we may work on from our past regrets, our grievances, as Stoic wisdom highlights the significance of moving on from the past. Regrets and bitterness, remaining resentment or dwelling incessantly on the past. Errors can emotionally drain us. And psychologically, Stoics support admitting the past activities, taking lessons from them, instead of letting them define our current situation or future successes of oneself. And Stoicism for Success cautions against bragging about one's own accomplishments and triumphs, the idea of humility, With humility showing us that sincere living virtuously is the key to success, rather than looking for outside approval or acknowledgement. By steering clear of overly self-promotion, we continue to be modest and concentrate on pursuing excellence for its inherent worth.